So I just got put in the bullpen. So when I got in there, it was about 60 guys up in there. Now, when you first go into the bullpen, there's a sign that says capacity 25, right? It's like 60, 70 dudes up in here. So I'm like, man, all right. So when I get in there, everybody is everywhere. I'm talking about dudes laid out on the ground. All the benches is taken. It's dudes that's lumped up over here, dudes over here, grouped up over here. It's so many cats up in there, y'all. So when I step in, it's really ain't no room nowhere. And if y'all ever been to the bullpen, y'all know that you can't really lay down in there. But dudes is packed in there like sardines. So I'm literally standing here at the door. Now, I know I could be in here for maybe a day or 2 days. And I'm like, nah, this ain't going to work for me. And keep in mind, there's 3 bullpen tanks, right? And they all packed out. So I'm like, it's Friday. You ain't about to see no judge or anything till Monday, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. And I'm also like, I'm not about to be standing up neither. Somebody gonna have to give up their seat. Somebody gonna have to give up their spot. Whatever the case may be, somebody gonna have to give it up, right? So I'm just scoping, looking around, right? And then I see this white dude named Dylan that I knew from the streets, okay? Now, Dylan was a good kid. Dylan was one of the white boys that acted black, but he didn't act like he was a tough guy. You know the white guys that grow up around black people, but they don't act black, but they still got a little spunk to them. That's how Dylan was. So I see him and he see me, but he got like writing on his face and stuff. So I'm kind of confused because I'm seeing him from way across the room, right? So I don't know what tattoos that he got on the face, because last time I see him, he was barefaced. He didn't have no tattoos on his face like myself. So I'm looking across and I'm like, what up, Dylan? He was like, oh, my boy Donta. Now, when he spoke, now keep in mind, y'all, I haven't seen Dylan in like 5 years, right? But when he spoke, he had a little extra to it. You know what I'm saying? It was like extra. So I'm like, what up? So he started walking towards me, stepping over guys. Dude, like, man, watch out, man. So as he's getting closer to me, I'm seeing the tattoos more clearer on his face. And they are crip tattoos. Now, in Flint, Michigan, I never seen no crips. Okay, in Flint, Michigan, when I was growing up, it was hoods, Merle Hood, Pearson Hood, Fifth Ward, the Projects, the Regencies, Selby Hood. It was hoods, right? If it was gangs, I couldn't tell you if it was. I wouldn't know, right? So how can I forget about Dayton Hood? But anyway, it shocked me because he had crip tattoos on his face. So I'm looking, I'm like, what? So he's like, man, what's up, my Donta, right? So, we shake hands, whatever. I'm like, what's up, man? I'm like, what you doing here? He was like, man, I popped somebody. I was like, you popped somebody? He was like, yeah, man, they were trying to rob me. I said, man, look at you, Dylan. I'm like, how you been? He said, I've been good, but man, they talking about giving me natural life. I'm like, for popping somebody that tried to rob you? He was like, well, it really wasn't. But I'll just tell you. Now, what I'm about to tell y'all, you should never do in lockup. Never do this in lockup. Never tell nobody about your case, because there's dudes that will listen to you, get a hold of a detective, and then get a hold of the prosecutor to jump on your case and get them information that you done told them, and they will get a time cut if you get convicted. So never do this, okay? So he telling me like, no, actually, me and my homeboy went to go rob somebody, and when we robbed them, his homeboys was coming around the corner, and we got into a shootout or whatever. But, we gonna keep that between us. I said, so did the person die? He was like, yeah, he died. I said, damn, Dylan. He said, nah, but that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing to a boss. That ain't nothing to a boss. But what you in here for? I said, man, you know what I'm in here for. What am I always coming to jail for? He's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, all right. So I said, man, how long you been up in the bullpen? He was like, man, they dressed me down and brought me back down here. I'm supposed to be going to court Monday, but I don't know why they would bring me down here Friday. I said, yeah, that is weird, right? So 10 minutes to go by, because we just chit-chatting, nothing really spectacular we talking about. 10 minutes to go by and the dip come. Crack the door open. He started calling names, right? We like, thank God, right? So it was me, Dylan, and about 20 other guys, right? And some dudes looking around like, man, hold on, that dude just got in here, man. How he, you know what I'm saying? How he get called out? Let me tell y'all the conditions of the bullpen, okay? The conditions of the bullpen is, first of all, they give y'all these sandwiches. They call them monkey brains. You get 2 pieces of bread, and the only thing I can describe what it looked like is tuna fish, right? It's not a food loaf. It dang near could be that, but it's like a whole bunch of, it's like olives, pickles, maybe tuna fish, some other stuff. I don't know what it is, but it is very nasty. You eating that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then you getting this powdered milk, right, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner too, right? And the condition is hot in there. There's no airflow going in there. There's one toilet that always backed up. It's horrible, right? So anyway, they call us out. We all line up or whatever. Now, this is the process when you get out the bullpen. You go to like a sub jail where it's 2-man cells or whatever. It's maybe about, I don't know, maybe 20 cells, one at the top, one at the bottom, 2 tiers or whatever. So we get in there, right? Now, there's nobody in here at all. Absolutely nobody in here. So all of us guys that came in here, we all can get our own cell because it's 20 cells and there's 20 of us that came in here. So we all can get our own cells, right? So we go up in there and I get the first cell straight ahead, right? I go right up in there. Bam. So I'm in there and I come out and I see Dylan talking to these 2 black dudes, right? Now, there was this black dude named Bone from Flint, Michigan, right? And I knew him from the joint. And he was a dude that liked guys. He was like a DMX type of dude, like a real aggressive, always amped up dude, but he liked guys. He liked the boys. He liked that type of people, right? So I see Bone and some other black dude talking to Dylan, right? I don't know what they talking about. It ain't my business, but it looked like the discussion is getting heated, right? So I step out the cell all the way. And he like, hey, hey, Donta, come here, man. So I'm like, man, what this dude got me into? So I walk over there. I'm like, what's up? He was like, man, would you tell these dudes how I was on the street? Would you tell these dudes that I ain't no H? Man, tell these dudes, right? Listen, y'all. He was trying to have me vouch for him, okay? Now, I don't vouch for nobody because I don't know who you really are. Like I said, I haven't seen Dylan in 5 years. Now, what I can say about him is that he wasn't a punk. I never seen him turn down a fade. As far as shooting and gang banging and all that, I don't know nothing about that because I haven't seen this man in 5 years. So I'm not exactly sure what he want me to actually vouch for. And if he want me to vouch for him being a crip and putting in work in that, I can't, I didn't know that, Dylan. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I did not know. So I'm like, what's going on? He was like, man, tell them I wasn't on the street. So I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, well, he wasn't on the street. So I said, no, he was straight. He was good. So they like, so what about this shit, man? Because I ain't never heard of no white crip, man. I ain't never heard of no white crip, right? And the other dude was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. This dude in here false flagging. So I'm like, is y'all a crip or something? Now, Bone, I know he ain't no crip. This dude that's a regular dude that like boys, right? The aggressive dude that like, guys. He a homosexual. But the other dude, I don't know what he is. So Bone was like, hell no, I ain't crip. And the other dude was like, no, I ain't no crip, but I don't like dudes that be false flagging, right? So Dylan is pulling up his jumpsuit pants like, man, hey man, well we can go there, we can go in the cell, right? So Bone looked at him like, are you serious? Like, look at this little white boy trying to push up on me like that. So Bone was like, man, kids. And then he walked off, right, with the guy. So I'm like, man, Dylan, what's up with that? He was like, man, he trying to press me, talking about I ain't no real crip, man. I ain't no real crip, and I need to stop false flagging or something gonna happen to me, bro. I'm like, speaking of that, when did you become crip? He like, dang, you too, man? You gonna do me like that too? I'm like, Dylan, I ain't seen you in like 5 or 6 years. Like, when did you become a crip? He was like, man, I've been a crip all my life. I was a crip when I knew you out on the streets. What you mean? I was like, I don't remember all that. I said, not to say that you ain't, but I mean, I'm just saying, I don't remember that or whatever. He was like, man, I've been a crip all my life, man. But anyway, man, that ain't about nothing, man. What's up with you? I'm like, shoot, my bed is good, man. I'm finna go in here and get some sleep. So he was like, all right. I said, hey, the bald head dude, I'm talking about Bone, y'all. He like, yeah. I said, hey, you might want to watch him. He was like, why? I said, cause I did some time with him up north, and he a booty bandit. He bust out and started. I was like, that dude. This dude that tried, now he's talking loud now. The dude that just tried to press me, I'm like, oh man, chill, man, stop talking loud. He making a scene. I'm only finna be in here for 3 days, y'all. I ain't got time to be getting into it with Bone because this dude talking loud and putting his accusation, even though it's really not an accusation, it's for real, because I know firsthand of what he has done up in there. I done seen him do it. I done heard him do things, right? So I'm like, man, chill, Dylan. He like, oh, heck no, man. I can't believe this. A punk trying to check me? Oh, hell no, man. Yep. Let him try to say something else to me. Let him say something to me. Right? I said, all right. Now listen, y'all. At night, they lock the doors. But you can put they gave us sporks or whatever. So if you put your spork right there in the lock mechanism when they lock the door, it won't all the way lock. It'll just jam it, but on a control booth, it'll look like the doors is locked, right? Because they all go red. When the doors is unlocked, they all green. But when they lock, they all go red, right? So it'll look like it's still red, but it's not until you actually open that door, right? So Friday night, everybody got their own cell, right? Saturday morning after breakfast, they start bringing other dudes in there. So now dudes is getting, double bunked or whatever. Bone is talking to Dylan, right? But it seems like it's like a friendly conversation. So I'm ear hustling, and I just hear Bone like, yeah, my bad, cuz. I didn't, I ain't never seen no white crip. But you good though, you good. So, Dylan like, yeah, man, I ain't no fake dude, man. I do this, man. I've been doing this since I was a little baby, man. My papa, my mama, man, they all in that lifestyle. Now that I know he's lying, because I know his dad is a mechanic, and he a dope fiend too. Now maybe he was a crip too. I don't know. But what I see, no, he wasn't no damn crip. Right, in space, or his mom. He ain't grow up in that lifestyle, so I know he was lying about that. But anyway, so he like, yeah, it's all good. He was like, hey, well, I might want to be a crip. Would you teach me how to be a crip? So I'm listening like, well, what the Bone doing? Oh, I see what Bone doing. Bone trying to get close to this dude. He trying to get warm up to this guy, whatever, to try to get him in the trick bag. So they talking, and he was like, yeah, man, these is the commands, these is the laws, this is what you got to do, which I don't know because I'm not no gang member, and neither do I care about all that stuff. But he's telling him all this crip literature or whatever. So he like, all right, bet, bro. So then Bone like give him a dap, but he bring him in to him and like hug him, like, yeah, that's real crip love. This what Bone said to him. So Dylan like, yeah, okay. So he walked off. So then I pulled up on Dylan. I said, hey, Dylan, man, didn't I tell you, dude ain't right? He was like, oh, no, man, he want me to bless him. He want me to, put him in, put him down with the Crips. I said, dude, that dude ain't trying to be no damn Crip, man. This dude trying to get next to you. He like, man, what you mean? I said, this dude trying to F you, man. What are you talking about? He like, man, Donta, bro, you tripping, man. You tripping. You done did all that time, man. You state struck, bro. You state struck. For those that don't know what state struck is, they might come in different. You might heard it different. You might heard that you constitutionalized. I said my fault, y'all. Institutionalized. Okay, right. So that's another way of saying that you state struck, that you institutionalized. He like, man, you state struck, bro. Man, everybody ain't trying to be up on that, man. If he wanted to learn how to be a Crip, I'm gonna teach him how to Crip and put him down. I said, all right, man, you got it. I told you. He was like, man, you know what, Donta? On the real, man, you sound like you been a hater. I said, Dylan, you got it. You got it. And I walked away, right? Now, over the next 2 days, right, him and Bone is just kicking it. They eating together. They walking around the day room together. They laughing, they joking, they in the cells. They arm wrestling. They is like they buddies from the streets, right? Monday morning, this is when I'm supposed to be going home, right? Monday morning, they bring about 15 guys in. So now everybody about to have a bunk mate. So Bone like, hey, Dylan, let me go up in there with you. Let me go in there with you. So Dylan like, yeah, all right, come on, right? Because we didn't have cell assignments back then, right? You could just go into any cell or whatever. So they get in the cell together, right? Oh, hold on. I know y'all probably wondering like, yo, Donta, what is that playing in the background? That's one of my prison stories about when I was telling y'all about there was a wedding on the yard, okay? I made compilations of my prison stories for you people that go to work and you want to get through your shift. I got on each one of these videos, there's about 5 or 10 hours worth of prison stories on there. I'm going to have that playlist pinned at the top of the comment section. And also, y'all, make sure that y'all check out my Amazon wish list, okay? I'm starting a new show in the fall, but I need y'all assistance in purchasing some of these items on my Amazon wish list. That will be pinned at the top of the comment section, too. Let's continue the story. So, Bone go in the cell with him, right? And I said, yep, it's finna start. But hey, I already told him. He ain't listen to me. He said I'm hating on him. It ain't my business. It ain't my concern, right? So I'm ready to leave. It's Monday. I don't post it all. I would have, if I got locked up Monday, I would have been out Tuesday, right? But when you get locked up on a weekend, you can forget it. So I'm just, that whole day, I'm just anxious, waiting for my name to get called, right? Now, when it's about 9 at night, you can forget it. Now, nothing really eventful happened that day. Nothing really happened that day, right? Worth speaking about. But Bone and Dylan was in that cell all day. They only came out to eat, and when they came out to eat, they was eating together, right? So it's lockdown. So I go to the car, I'm like, hey, my name ain't on the list. Like, what's your name? Donta. He like, nah, man. Oh, yeah, you scheduled to leave maybe at 4. Yeah, about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, all right, damn. All right, bet, right? So he was like, yeah, man, you'll be leaving like early in the morning. So I'm like, all right. So I go to my cell, right? So everybody getting locked down, right? Now, around 2 o'clock, now there's always supposed to be a deputy in here, but around 2 o'clock, this guard that's working on the shift on the third shift, he leaves out for about an hour. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he going to go to sleep in the office. I don't know if he just taking a cigarette break. I don't know what this dude is doing, but he's not in there between the hours of 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. Right? So around 2:05, keep in mind, y'all, I'm at the bottom, right? Bone is at the top. So I see Bone walk past my cell. And I'm like, what the fuck Bone doing out of the cell? Right? The guards didn't buzz him out anything. And remember, y'all, I told you y'all can jimmy things. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can jimmy, you can put your spork right there at the door lock mechanism or whatever. So I'm assuming that's what he did. But I'm like, why is he out of his cell? Right? So he leaves out. And then he's carrying something in his hand, right? And I'm like, what the fuck do he got, right? So then he goes back upstairs and closes the cell door. So I'm thinking to myself, like, there ain't nothing in here but the microwave, the remote control, the trash can. It wasn't a trash can. What the hell did he have, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I lay down, right? Because I'm about to go home in an hour. Next thing you know, I hear, man, stop, man. I told you I ain't want to do this, man. I told you I don't want to do this. So I'm like, what? And it's Dylan. And I hear, man, come on, man. I told you I'm not like that, man. Why you keep saying that? So now I sit up on the bed. I'm like, man, what the heck going on? Right? So I hear, man, come on, man, stop, man. Stop playing. And now I hear muffled, right? Now you hear his voice get muffled, like, right? So I'm like, what the is going on? So I don't hear nothing. Right, for about a minute. Then I hear, man, stop, get off me. So I'm like, boom. So it get quiet again, and you hear muffling noises again. I say, yep, I know what Bone and them up there doing now. So I'm going to say about 5 minutes to go by, and you hear Dylan, guards, help. And then you hear Bone like, man, shut the fuck up, man. Shut up, man. We both gonna get in trouble. You're like, man, guards, help. And you hear like Bone like probably grabbing his mouth, telling them like, shut up, like, because it sounds like they fighting and struggling, right? So other dudes start waking up. And they like, hey, man, y'all be quiet, man. What y'all doing, huh? What is y'all doing, man? People trying to sleep, right? So Dylan like, man, somebody get the guard, man. Get the guard. But he really can't finish his sentences because Bone keep hitting. I don't know what Bone up there doing to him, right? And he grabbing his mouth because you can tell he's being muffled, right? So then I hear Bone like, man, shut the fuck up before I kill you, man. Shut the fuck before I kill you. So it get really quiet. And then you hear this loud scream. He was like, ow, right? So now I jump up. I'm like, hey, man, Bone, what is you doing? Right? And then it go, so you don't hear Dylan scream no more, right? So with all that screaming that Dylan did, the guard had to hear it. So he come in there like, hey, man, what the fuck is going on? He coming there cutting on the lights. Man, what the fuck going on? So I'm looking like up top, like up there, because they was like right up top of me to the right. So I point up there, right? And the other dudes like pointing like whatever. So he go to the cell. He go up the stairs. He go to the cell. He like, hey, what is you doing, man? Get off him. Get off of him. He get on a walkie-talkie. So he's called, I don't know what code he called, right? Get off of him. Get off him. Now, I can't see this. I can just hear what he said. Get off him, right? About 2 minutes go by, and it's about 15 deputies running in there. They running there. I'm up here. They up here, right? They go up. They go up there, right? They pop the cell. It's a scuffle. I hear them. They beating the out of Bone. They whooping Bone out, right? So I see they done knock Bone out, and they carry him out hog tied. Y'all ever seen like how a pig get hog tied with the apple in his mouth? This how they carry Bone out, right? So Bone is unconscious, his head laid back, and he bleeding from his nose, and they carry him on out, right? So then this is when I seen Dylan. Dylan could barely walk, y'all. He had to be held up by 2 officers. It was one officer to his left and then another officer to his right, and they was holding him up, having him walk, right? When Bone walked past my cell, y'all, his tooth was missing, his face was all bloody, and his pants, that smell I will never, ever, ever get out my nostrils. It was so putrid. It was, it smelled like crap and something else. I don't know. It was just an evil smell. And he had his face looked like he was just defeated, right? And I was like, damn, Dylan. The reason why I'm telling y'all this story is because I just seen Dylan at Kroger's, right? And he was with, I guess, his baby mama. It could have been his wife or whoever, right? And he had a daughter, right? A 4-year-old little girl, little cute little girl, right? And I'm coming down the aisle and I see him, and he see me. And he like, hey, what up, Donta? What's up, man? What's up? So we dap. I'm like, what's good, Dylan? He said, man, this my girl, man. This my little baby right here, man. This my baby right here. I said, hey, what's up, princess? She was like, hi, how you doing? Then she ran back behind her mama. And I was like, oh, you got a little cute little daughter. He's like, yeah, man, I'm free. I'm home, man. I'm home. I'm like, yeah. It's good that you home, man. You made it through, right? And I'm like, all right, man, I'm going to holler at you. For you cats out there that's committing crimes. And now, again, I don't know if Dylan was really like that. But obviously, in lockup, he couldn't handle his own. Prison is not a joke. It's not a game. There's evil, demonic men that's in there that want you, that ain't been with a woman in so long that you start looking like a woman. So stop committing crimes. Stay crime free. Until next time, y'all take care. Oh, wait. Remember, y'all, make sure y'all sign up for my Patreon. My Patreon will be pinned at the top of the comment section. Also, check out my Amazon wish list, okay? Y'all go cop something because we are dropping the new show in the fall. And I'm going to tell y'all what it's about. We're going on an adventure. We finna go track down Bigfoot, Dogman, vampires, the supernatural, all of that, okay? That's what that show is going to be all about. So like I said, if y'all want to show y'all support, make sure y'all click the link to my Amazon wish list and cop something from that list. With that, y'all, this is y'all big partner Donta. Y'all be safe out there. I said out there. I'm sorry, y'all. I know it sounds like I'm stuffed up because I am. I slept with the fan on last night and I'm all clogged up. Speaking of that, let's get the question of the day out the way. Do y'all sleep with the fan on at night? Let me know in the comment section. Till then, I'm out.